Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're here at Scar's Frontier Outpost, working on our beautiful railroad station, which in our last episode, we built our ticketing station headquarters. Look at it, absolutely beautiful. But in today's episode, we've got to add its wings. That's right, it's gonna be flying away. No, it's actually some beautiful awnings that we're gonna build on either end. That's going to be the arrival and departure areas of our station. Now, of course, over in this little section over here, we're also gonna work on a little bridge that will connect these two platforms together, because we don't want to be crossing these tracks. Now, that's super dangerous, so we don't want to be doing that. But let's take a look in our interior. So we have this beautiful interior built up now. We need some inspiration for this build. We need to come up with some wonderful ideas. So help me in the comments. You come up with some ideas. Help me with some things here. So I'm kind of blank. The only things I can really kind of think of at the moment are maybe we build like a little stand in the center. We put a villager right here. We give him a funny name, and he's kind of a ticket taker, you know, where you'd purchase your tickets, give off your luggage, things of that nature. But we've got all this space, second stories. We even got this little like tower at the top, looking absolutely wonderful. So help me come up with some cool designs for that. And yeah, it is just so awesome to be back. It has been over 3 weeks since I've been on the server. Now, my episode last week was actually recorded a while ago, but I wasn't able to edit it and get it uploaded because I was sick. But finally was able to get that up last week. And this week we are back on. Can we get some hype in the comments? That's right. We need some hype for Scar is back. Anyway, it is good to be back because, of course, there has been some incredible changes here on the server. And I'm really enjoying this project. And I really want to finish it. But we've got 1.11. We've got the llamas. We've got the special boxes that are like the sharkle? No. Definitely not snorkel. It may be sharkle. Yeah, sharkle. No, that sounds like charcoal. It's got to be sharkle, something around there. Somewhere I said it about 50% right. Anyway, let's jump down and take a look at these. So I have been spending all of my money, and as you can see, I bought all of these from Python, and I love these things. These things are great. Look at these things. These are cool. Now, I would say the backpacks would be slightly more useful if there was a way to like instantly access them. But you got to place them down on the ground to access them. But that's okay. That's fine. I just love the animation to them. I love how we can dye them. And maybe redstone people can come up with cool things for them, you know, mess around with these things. But I absolutely love these. What I'm going to do is these are going to be like my leaf box. That's going to be like my stone and cliff box. That's going to be my war box. And it's going to be amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited about using these and incorporating these into our building style. I think this will be great for landscaping because of the sheer amount of supplies that we have to carry around. But let's talk about the sharkle boxes. Sharkle? No, that sounds like a shark. Anyway, I tried to get my own. I was like, hey, yeah, Python's got some, but I could probably go and get some too, can't I? Turns out I can't. Well, what happened was I loaded up my elytra, got out all my supplies here, and was off. I set off into the end, and I jumped off the edge of the cliff after going through one of the little portals, and I was off to find some unexplored territories with hope in my heart. And no, there was no hope. It was only dread. Danger, I say. I ended up flying straight into the void. My grandpa once told me when I was sitting in a prototype plane when we were at a museum, and he was explaining the gauges and the dials of the plane. Of course, he was a pilot, and he was like, the gauges never lie. You always keep a lookout at your gauges because your eyes can deceive you. And he was right. I just flew straight down into the void. I lost total, awareness of myself and my surroundings, and I lost all my stuff. So that's why none of my stuff's named, because I've been building up all of my supplies again. It's kind of like a theme lately that all of my episodes end in some form of tragedy, but that's not going to happen today. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to the Brown District. We are going to check in with our shops because we have not looked at our shops in months. Am I a wizard? No, Harry. You're a log mason. Wah, wah, wah. Welcome to the Brown District, my friends. And our first stop here will have to be Scar's Landscaping Design Services. And of course, Leaf Your Diamonds. So let's head on inside And my beautiful, wonderful tree. It's good to see you. We got to get rid of that beacon. That, of course, is for our work underground in the leaf processing unit, which we still have to finish. Maybe Mumbo's consultancy of redstone can help us out with that and getting us an item sorter. That would be amazing. We might do that. We might send him a little order form over there. But let's take a look here. So it looks like we're good on that account. Let's check our, what's this, oak box? 4 diamonds. I will take those. I will take those. And another 4. That is amazing. All right, so let's see. This is good, but we should restock there. This is completely empty. That is still good because that technically is a lot of jungle. And then let's check our birch. Oh, poor birch. No love for birch. Well, I mean, there's a lot of love. It's all sold out, but not a lot of love for me anyway. All right, so let's head down to our lower level. And of course, down here is where we have our landscaping design services. And I've heard from you guys, we have a lot of orders. So I'm kind of feeling a little bit bad about this because I know Azuma's orders in this box and we have not got to it. So I feel horrible about it. I'm so sorry, Azuma. And an impulse order and a Python order. Oh, so mysterious. We're going to have to sit in the chair. That's right. We're going to have to sit right in the chair to take these orders. All right, let's go to our first order here. And this is custom trees, please. Hey, Scar, I would absolutely love it if you'd be so kind to create a custom tree where the beacon beam is in my sea town. This must be Python. I'd love it if the beacon beam shine through the tree. So maybe a 3x3 tree with the center hollowed out would too. I will leave it in your very capable hands. Cheers in advance and ask me about price and I'll get it paid for you from Python. Thank you, Python. That's going to be really interesting. A hollow tree in the sea town. Ooh, we got to think about what kind of tree would look beautiful there. Next order here. Dear Ska, I'm in need of some of your talent and most gorgeous custom trees outside my greenhouse building of my base. Oh, this is Azuma. I'm so sorry, Azuma. I will get to this. I remember it. Let's see. Lapis blocks, tall trees. Got it. I remember. I'm so sorry. Dear Ska, I am sick and tired of looking at ugly mesa blocks around my base. The Tony Stark inspired mansion. Impulse. Please terraform the area directly surrounding my base at your earliest convenience. Thanks, Impulse. Very awesome. Okay, we have a lot of work to do. Let's go survey all the sites. Job site number 1, Azuma's base next to the greenhouse. Here's the lapis markers. So he wants trees in each one of these marked areas. So my vision for this particular one is taking spruce leaves and creating very, very tall kind of pointy trees, real kind of bushy, not super well kept, but generally just kind of shaped. I think that'll look really cool all the way along here. We might even throw in just a smidge bit of ground cover down here just to make that look nice. And taking a land here at the sea town, of course, and let's roll into the market. And this is it. This is the custom tree location. So he wants this beam to be shown through the inners of the tree. Very, very interesting. So just a single tree. I'm just getting this vibe. If you guys remember my Haunted Mansion build where we had the Bayou biome and we created those beautiful swamp trees, that is what I'm getting at. That's what I'm thinking would look really, really cool here. Now, my thoughts are for this particular tree, and this is just coming to me, is what if we do an inner of the tree? So like the inner leaves of the tree would be something like this. And then the outer leaves, like the majority of the tree, like 90% of it would be made out of birch. And it would be cool to have that slightly darker interior. I think that would look cool. I don't know if it will or not. Like I said before, I think I'll shoot out some pictures of that on Twitter too, and just kind of see what you guys think of that. I'm going to do some tests of all of these things just to kind of get a feel for it before we start them. And our last order here is, of course, from Impulse, and he needs this area terraformed, and he needs it terraformed right now. This is in need of some help. I just, like, I'm looking at this landscape and thinking, like, this isn't worthy of his beautiful mansion that he's created. It definitely needs some help out here. What are we going to do out here? I am at a loss. Like, the train here is going to need to be completely redone. This is a Ren level redo. So we're going to have to really think about this, really think about the modern style of the mansion, where it's located on the side of a cliff, and really start thinking in that way instead of more of like a natural terrain at Ren's. We're going to have to start thinking really kind of man-made, very beautiful, very manicured, modern. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a challenge, and I'm going to need your guys' help on this because I'm going to have to really reset the gears in my brain because I've been really kind of in a natural state for a long time, thinking in the terms of creating natural terrain. Whereas for a long time, I was really creating like very modern, very minimalist gardens. So we're gonna have to kind of re-engage that part of my creative part of the brain, but that'll be fun. So give me some time. Let me get some supplies, and we're gonna start working on our train station. It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow here on Hermitcraft, and we are now working on our beautiful, beautiful train station. So let's jump right into it. I think we're going to work on our left side over here. So let's jump over here. And the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to remove this block right here. I'm going to replace it like that. I think that looks a little bit nicer along there. I think. I was looking at that from a distance, but we'll see how it works out. But we're going to be working on our awnings. So what we're going to be working on is these arrival and departure awnings, these open air little areas where there's going to be chairs. And I wish I could make like ceiling fans, but I can't really do that in Minecraft, but I would if I could. So we're going to space this out by about 3. And we're going to be using some of the general themes that we have throughout the entire base, as you can see my palette. And where we're going to depart from that is with the spruce leaves by adding a splash of unique color. I think this is going to be a really fun and clever way of adding kind of a wrought iron style, similar to what we did with our Haunted Mansion build. Speaking of that, we've actually brought that up twice because, of course, of the biome design. So as you can see, these are kind of the pillar design, and I think that's going to look nice. It's going to give us enough room over here. We might need to expand this out ever so slightly, potentially, but we'll see how it works out. But like I said at the beginning, it's been a while since we last talked and just kind of hung out and see how things were, and I hope I find you guys doing awesome, and hopefully you had a very wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. There we go. Put those along there, and hopefully you guys were able to see your family and have a great time. There we go. So let me grab out this, and we're just going to start kind of adding some blocks here. And I think this general design, once we start kind of connecting it, you know, when I'm looking at this and thinking about it, it's almost if we are slightly higher than I anticipated. Because this block, I think we're actually probably good. I think we're actually good. I was thinking we were a little bit lower because I want to connect these to this top section up here, but I think we're actually good because I was mistaking something. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit because a lot of times when I have to take breaks, and as you guys know, I had to take a bit of a break for a while. And that was because my health kind of declined for a bit, and I had these every once in a while, but unfortunately it seems like they're happening more and more frequently. And for lack of a better term, I call these things muscle sicks. So it's like my muscles just plain get sick. Doctors don't have 100% idea exactly what this is, but it's where my muscles, I at least say, get sick. They get a cold, they get a something like that. And it's not that I personally have like a cold or something along those lines, but my muscles just shut down and they're just done. They're just like, nah, I'm done, no more. And it's really, really frustrating because it impacts video so heavily. And then there's something I call like muscle crash, where my muscles completely just, they're done. Like they have fully just shut down. And then I'm just kind of stuck in bed for a few weeks. And that's what just happened. And unfortunately, this has been happening more and more frequently lately. And I don't really have any answers to it other than I just hopefully, you know, every day just try to get a little bit better, and hopefully try to see a bit of progress here and a little progress there. And it's incredibly frustrating. To me, I'm an incredibly like ambitious person. I love to create things. I love to make things. I love to make videos. I get super excited when I get ideas in my head and I just want to go 110% into it. But when these things happen, it really, really, not only like it's physically tough to like, you know, get over and stuff, but it like drains you mentally because you have like no energy, you know, to jump back over here and start working on the train station. And it's hard. It like 100% real. Like it weighs on me like hard because like, I just want to like create things, just want to make amazing things for you guys. And man, like it's frustrating. It's probably more frustrating lately because it's happening more frequently. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time this has happened this year in just a short amount of time. So that's probably why it's so frustrating right now. But at least I'm back. I mean, that's all you got to ask for is that you can get back into it and you can kind of start up where you were and be thankful that I have such an amazing group of viewers that come out and watch the videos that stick around. You know, it's like, dang. Scar's got no videos, but you guys stick around. You don't just, I'm done with this channel. No, you guys are amazing. You guys make it so like I want to get better. I want to jump back on. I really want to you know, keep pushing to create amazing things. And you guys are a huge part of that. And I got to thank you guys always for that. You guys propel me into always being better, always trying to get better, because this is what I love doing. I absolutely love creating things. I love creating Minecraft videos just because I love the creative process, building trees, building buildings, but also just the video process. This stuff, if I didn't have this, my life would just be, I wouldn't say it would be miserable, but it would be a sad existence without like the stuff that you guys allow me to do here and create these videos for you, and hopefully maybe make your day better, because that in the end is my main goal. Is I always love it when I find out that a video meant something to somebody, that it made their day a little bit better, made them a little bit happier. And if I ever hear that, it just makes the hours and hours up till like 2 in the morning rendering and creating videos so much better. You're like, that's awesome. Like something that if that video made somebody like a day a little bit better, boy, that's just worth $1 million right there. But yeah, I don't know what to say about these muscle 6. It's just that I need to always make sure I'm mindful of what I'm doing, and I'm not pushing things, not pushing my body past its limits, because it definitely has its limits. And when it has its limits, it definitely lets me know. And I stop having to be able to make videos, and I hate that. And I don't like it because a lot of people may not follow me on Twitter, might not follow me on social media, and they get, they don't know what's going on. So I always want to make sure you guys know that you can always check into me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, maybe Snapchat. Do you guys want to see a Snapchat? Let me know in the comments. Yes, Snapchat, no Snapchat. But you can always let me know, or you can always find out kind of what's going on. I'm measuring this out. I'm trying to kind of gauge where I want to place these blocks. I think that's generally right. I'm kind of worried that that roof line is going to go a little too high. That's kind of my concern a little bit with this. I think I'm going to start building this backside and then just see kind of where we meet up. But my goal is not to make this taller than that eave right there. And it looks like it could bump up there a little too far. Let me play with this for a second and I'll be right back. And welcome back. And after a little trial and error, I think we've worked out the design that I want to use. So let's jump back up there and take a look at this. So we'll scaffold our way up. And as you can see, I think this will work out. The beam kind of goes straight into the pillar. So technically it doesn't really go higher than this section right here. So I'm fairly happy about that. And then we can kind of swoop back over here. Oh, hello. And we can kind of finish out this section, which I think will look really cool. So under these little canopies, I want to build some park benches and things like that under there. And we talked about some outside style fans, which would be really cool. But unfortunately, we do not have such a thing in the Minecraft, or we don't have the space to. And that's the thing about small details, say like a ceiling fan of some kind. That is something that's so difficult to do in Minecraft. Yeah, you could probably do something of the kind, but you need so much space to do something like that, because of course we're all dealing with blocks. And I think that's always the trickiest part in Minecraft building is, say, doing interiors and specifically doing, like furniture pieces. I think that's one of the most difficult things to do in Minecraft, besides roofs. Roofs, those things. Anyway, I think creating small details is so difficult and it's such a challenge. And I think that's one like big strong suit that False has on the server, is she's very good at those small details, making things that are small convincing. So that's kind of where I was trying to get, is things that are small. Ceiling fans, cars, vehicles, things like that. That's so difficult to do in Minecraft because of course we're dealing with blocks. They're all the same size. So if you have like a small room, trying to create something within that room that is convincing of a piece of furniture or something's difficult. So that's what I'm kind of struggling with a little bit down here, is coming up with ideas for this intersection right here. So what we need to do is we need to create like benches and things like that. And maybe like luggage carts, things. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what would look cool in here. It's awfully dark in here. Am I correct in saying that? Let's put a couple of those down there, and I'll stick a couple of them up there. But yeah, so I think if we did a bench in this opening section right about here and right about there, and then maybe a luggage cart here or there if we can fit it. But that's the thing, like trying to fit those little things into this space or any space is difficult to try to create a realistic environment. But I think we've got this. I think we can do this. So what we need to do is work on this back section over here now. So let's just kind of start fiddling around with it a little bit and kind of see where it takes us. All right, so put that right there, and we'll put that right there. So I think that'll be cool. And then we can kind of take these guys and put them down like so. And, oh, hello, you silly. There you go. All right, so let's work our way up to the top. And we'll use this as scaffolding. This is a very practical as scaffolding material, I guess. Trying to figure out where we want to go with this. Actually, I really don't want to use that as scaffolding. That's just a big bother there. All right, so we're gonna try to figure this out. It's getting a little dark, a little spooky. We got our skeleton friends, but we have the area pretty well lit up. All right, so these are stairs under each one of these except here. So we start kind of cutting these back. Maybe we can start adding some, why don't we start adding some additional blocks so we have like a solid block under each one. I think that's what we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a solid block under each one of these, start removing these stairs, and then under those, do a stair. So if we do solid block under each one of these stairs and then do another stair under here, I think that might start looking pretty cool. Give me 1 second and let me try to play around with this. And welcome back, my friends, and look at that beautiful design from afar. There we go. And let's take a land here in our interior. And I've gotten this design pretty well worked out, and I think that looks fairly good. Now, it's not 100% identical to the other side, but you don't see both of them at the same time, so maybe we can let that slide. I'm not exactly sure what I goofed up, but there's a little piece that I have going across here that just doesn't fit on this side. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't know why, and there we go. It's something right here I'm doing wrong, but I'm not 100% sure what it was. So we're just gonna leave it at that. All right, so we're down in the interior and trying to get some things set up and ready to go. So I've been trying to figure out this little section right here. Like I talked about, I was kind of joking about a ceiling fan and things like that. But I was thinking practically, I think the best solution for that area would be a light. Now that leads to a lot of problems because Minecraft in the light department is really tough because we don't have a lot of really cool lights. And the reason is we have lights, but all of them have like such odd quirks to it. Let's jump in here. We've got our redstone lamps. Now we have to have a redstone signal, so it looks ugly having a bunch of redstone in most cases connecting to it. So that's not really an option for what we want to do, is have a hanging light. Next would be the end rod. Now I love the end rod in a lot of applications. I still need to, that's a whole nother story of why I can't change that purple thing. I know everybody's been trying to help me, but there is something that I'm doing wrong and it's embarrassing. Anyway, you get the purple and you get the particles, and it sometimes isn't the best thing for most circumstances. It's great, but it doesn't work in all cases. Next thing is glowstone, and it's hideous. That's all I have to say about that. Like, it's not great. So there's not a lot of like just really good looking lighting solutions in Minecraft. Now I wish that wasn't the case. I wish we had some like really cool, things that we can use, but unfortunately, I'm looking for some oak here. There we go. I wish there was some things that we could use, but unfortunately, at least at this point, we don't have a lot because they just need to like make them look better. That's all. That's totally just what it comes down to. It'd be nice if they just looked better. Mojang, I'm sorry. I want them to look nicer. Nicer designs. Nicer, more neutral designs, because you don't want your lighting to be really, in a lot of cases, your focal point. You don't want to have like a bunch of clashing colors, things of that nature. It just looks ugly, and we don't want things to look ugly. That's why we're trying to make things look nice. And yeah, I don't know. I just wish there were some really neutral designs in Minecraft that we could use. But maybe someday we can always keep our minds open to the possibilities. All right, so we're gonna put this across here like that. Just trying to match the outside level. There we go. That's looking decent. And then we're gonna take this here and we're gonna run that across here, just cleaning up the, just cleaning up the interior. Now, I was thinking about using some of the I totally was saying it right, but something like a mental block in my head is like preventing me. I said it right. Anyway, I was gonna dye them maybe some like a dark gray, maybe a black, maybe a brown, and create luggage out of them. I think it would look pretty cool. Except do I want to do that? They're fairly rare. Do I want to create luggage out of them, like in a luggage rack or something like that? I don't know. So this is the only solution for lighting that I've come up with that I somewhat am tolerable to. So taking, I had another idea, but I don't think it would work in this situation because there's just not a lot of room on either side to create that design. But what I was thinking about is this. So we're gonna take, let's see, we're gonna take out some of these. So this is like one of the most simple, boring Minecraft light designs. And if you guys have a better design, please tell me, send me the pictures on Twitter of some better lighting designs. But for now, I think that's going to work, and it'll the words today, my friends, the words today are a struggle. I think it will serve a purpose that we so very much need. Was that hard or what? That was hard. It's the big words we're using today, aren't we? It's the big words. All right. Let's focus down on this. Let's get this thing in here. So I'm creating the little chairs that people sit on waiting for their trains. There we go. Put those along there like that. And I am loving that. I am absolutely loving that. Let's get a distance shot of that and take a look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh man, I'm really excited about this because I feel like this is a really kind of a good design for a Wild West train station. I think it really has those vibes to it with all the dark browns and just those little bits of like wrought iron that they would put in there just for a little style, I suppose. But I really think that came out, oh, hello. I think that came out really, really cool. I was like doing a little disco dancing. Did you see that? A little disco dance in there. And then, of course, here's the other side over here. Now, this is something we can do is add this on the other portion. But I think when we actually add the door, we might have to remove that. That's why I didn't do it on the other side. But there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully this is continuing your inspiration for your Minecraft builds here. Maybe a Wild West train station. Or just using the leaves in a different way. Some of the other ways that you might not have thought about. And yeah, sorry today's video isn't super long, but I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. Why am I in a hole? Why am I in a hole? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be very much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later.